Hey, welcome back to the channel. We got the LK Chen Sparring Cup Hilt Rapier. This is obviously primarily of Spanish origin. It comes with a leather sheath. This one has a rounded tip, and it's actually very nimble in hand. Let's do some movement with it, up close looks and some specs, and get right into it. Going into specs, overall length 47 3/8 inches, blade length 42.5 inches. From tip to cross guard bar. Weight is 2 pounds 4 ounces. Edge is blunted with a width of 17.2 millimeters. The thickness is 6.2 millimeters to 1.4 millimeters. Keep in mind the rolled tip is 5.7 millimeters. The hilt is crafted from stainless steel and the wood grip is bound in stitched faux leather. Included with the rapier is a sheath of stitched faux leather, which is a nice heavy-duty sheath. It slides in and out nicely. Make sure if you're in a high humidity area that you're not storing your training rapier without oiling it. So make sure that you keep these oiled because it is a spring steel. And if you're going to be sweating and training with it, just make sure that you are wiping those off at a regular basis. All right, the way that LK Chen is positioning this one is this is a Sparring Cup Hilt Rapier, Spanish rapier, that was based on the popular LK Chen Tizona rapier, which I have not yet been able to cut or thrust with because it always is sold out. It's intended for HEMA practitioners who desire a sparring rapier that has a smooth and easy handling of a sharp rapier, but with blunted edges and a rolled tip for safety. The solid cup gives maximized protection for the hand, and the centerline knuckle guard allows for the sword to be equally of use to a right or left-handed swordsman. And then obviously there's going to be no cutting with this, so I did some couple rapier drills that I know. Just working the inside, working the outside of the center, showing you that from a couple different angles. I used more of a neutral grip, and then also working a higher position, mostly more associated with Italian rapier. But you see that in Spanish saber as well. Just showing you some different techniques. And also working that on thrust and also working that on cuts. So if you're looking for a sparring rapier, this one is MSRP $398 US dollars before shipping. You're looking at something that's high quality, it's got a great flex to it, and it looks really good, and it's easy to clean. This may be the one you want to add to your collection if you're doing rapier sparring. Okay, I'm gonna add that anyway, just so you can see it going into a palmetto. I don't have like a tree that doesn't have a bunch of foliage out of it. So here's another flex test just from in hand. It's got a really good amount of flex to it. It's also the same steel that they use for their live blades too. It's a manganese spring steel, so it's reliable. Obviously, you know, make sure that you're sparring and training safely with jackets at all times and with protective eye gear, like with a fencing mask on. But it's got a good amount of flex to it. It's got the rounded tip as well. You can also add a piece of leather or a rubber stopper to make sure you want some extra cushion on that rather than only just having a fencing jacket. And these are really easy to clean. This had a little bit of browning on it, and I literally just wiped it off with a cloth and a little bit of the Flitz knife and gun care kit, and it's brand new again. So easy to maintenance, solid steel, and also good flexibility. There you have it for the Sparring Cup Hilt Rapier from LK Chen. If you are getting into rapier fencing, if you're into a HEMA club and you want to get something that is reliable, it's got a great flex to it, and it's comfortable in hand, you may want to pick this one up. Click the link in the description below this video to pick this one up today at kultofathena.com. I'm your host, Tom, for Kult of Athena's YouTube channel. I'm probably going to pick one of these up for myself for my own training. Make sure to follow us on TikTok and on Instagram. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next review.